morning. It's Wednesday morning now. Yeah, a bit tired, but that's okay. I'm about to make myself a bulletproof coffee. So let me show you how I make a bulletproof coffee. So bulletproof coffee is a keto thing. It's a way of getting in your fat, because if you're on keto, you're kind of eating high natural fats, and you can just get a lot in one go. So I'm doing it this morning because it also helps me with energy. Okay, so I'm going to use my blender for that. I've already brewed my coffee. So this is some black coffee that's brewed. That's the cup that is going to go into, it's my favorite mug. So I use some ghee, and I'll also use some of this butter here, and I'll use some collagen and some MCT oil. Okay, so the first to go in is the coffee. So this is instant. I'm not using my French press coffee. And the next to go in is the 1 scoop of collagen and 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, a tablespoon of butter, and a tablespoon of ghee, and some cinnamon. And I'm just going to blitz that for a couple of minutes. Okay, this is what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's got that beautiful froth. Okay, and here we go. Very perfect. Yeah. I love that froth. It's really tasty. And so that's it. That's my bulletproof coffee. Yeah, and it's amazing. I love making bulletproof coffee. Separately, this is my favorite coffee mug. I picked this up when we were in Disneyland, and it's got like the perfect size handle for you to get a really good grip on it. And you can also get a really fantastic grip like that. That's this BB-8. It's very cute. And there's a Star Wars movie coming up this Christmas that we're going to watch that I'm super excited about. So I have a quick errand to run today because it's Wednesday. It's anti-procrastination day. So there are things that I've been putting off, and I try and do 1 or 2 of those things. And today I'm getting one of those things done, which is posting out something. And then I'm hoping to get some sewing done, and then later on I'm going to go meet up with Laura Casey, the designer of So Different Patterns, and I'm going to record an interview for my podcast. So that's going to be fun. We'll get to have a look at what a pattern designer studio looks like. I've been there and it's really nice. It's really amazing. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, let's get this done. It's a beautiful day. I prefer to walk when the weather is nice. Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of plans for my podcast next year. I'm going to be posting once a month on my podcast, and I've got a list of people and topics that I want to interview. So it's going to be pretty amazing. So be sure you sign up to my podcast because 2020 is going to be a big year for the podcast. And let me know if you've got any things that you want me to particularly talk about or discuss. And a podcast about sewing. Right, gonna keep on walking now. I have half an hour now in the sewing cave, and I'm going to finish sewing up my Moneta dress, and I will cut out the fabric for the girls' dresses. Yeah. So I've just arrived at Hub 26, and I'm super excited that I'm going to be interviewing Laura Casey of So Different Patterns. Fingers crossed I find some parking. The last time I was here we couldn't find any. It was quite challenging to find any parking, but yeah. Right, I made it here. I've got my equipment and I'm just about to walk in now. Look at that tree. Oh, hi! Okay, so I've just arrived in Laura Casey's studio and we're about to get ready to set up. So I'm just going to show you the studio because it is amazing, as I said before. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
So we're in the studio now. And, oh, can we have a look at some of your samples? Because I think you've got some amazing samples on here.
I have got so many of them.
That's such a great idea, putting a dust cover over them.
It's the sun. You see, it's a really light studio, and I'm just worried about the shoulders getting faded. Yeah, I've got so many things on here. Everything. Glamour. Bit of glamour for you.
Oh, I love that. That's what you wore for Frocktails last year, didn't you?
Yeah, it's the Geo dress.
That's the Geo dress. I love that. I've got 2 of those in scuba. Go on, show us which ones are your top 3.
I don't know about top 3, but I love this one at the moment. This is the biker jacket cardi.
Oh.
That I have made in a really, it's just such a nice quality faux fur. Really nice.
And that's the one that Tara wore? Modelled that one, yeah.
Of Frocktails. This one, it's looking a bit crumpled because that's because I'm...
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, this is an everyday chic dress hack. You can see the point at the bottom.
Yeah.
You had big pockets. I wore that on the sewing quarter.
All right. That's awesome.
I think she's nice too, actually, and nobody's seen this one much. This is a hack of the cocoon jacket.
Okay.
It's just a really nice use of the fabric, I think, because this is quite a difficult fabric to use. Can you see it?
Let's have a
quite
look.
Thick and kind of wrinkled.
It's almost like a jacquard, a mix between a jacquard and a
jacquard, definitely. Yeah, if you look at it there, and it's
beautiful.
nice because it ombres down from dark up to light. And I thought, what can I do with that? Anyway, it's just the top half of the cocoon jacket.
That's fantastic. Oh, I love it. Let me show you my fit. Where's that racer stripe scoop tunic in the needle cord?
It's here somewhere.
That's like my favorite of your samples.
Yeah, and that is actually, I was going to photograph that one quite soon, so I really don't know where it is.
Oh, no. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but let me have a look for it in a bit.
Okay.
See if I can. I might
It's
2 photographs.
really awesome. Yeah, and also I love the dress that you're wearing. Let me just show people because this is like my current favorite sewing pattern at the moment, the everyday chic dress. But you've done some fancy hacks, haven't you?
Yeah, it's well, it's a bit static actually. The neckline, so on the pattern it's a split neckline, but I've just left it as round. You cut it originally as round, I've just left it like that. I've lengthened the sleeves just in a straight line. This is, it's just a bit more wintry. I've cut it maybe 10 centimetres shorter than it is in the pattern, so it comes right above the knee, and then I've added a big rectangular frill on the bottom. And I think what makes it really is the fabric. It's really, floaty. There's a real swish. It's from Samuel Taylor's.
You also did something around the shoulders there. I'm seeing a...
Don't look at that.
No, it's really awesome.
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
Because you've done like an insert.
It was a mistake.
Was it? I want to hear about this. I love mistakes that become design features.
Yeah, well, it was. I'd seen the fabric. I had about... where was I going? I wanted to make a dress for the knitting and stitching show, which was just last month. And I saw this fabric just on the spur of the moment. Thought, I've got time. I can make this dress. I cut it out in the wrong size. I was using a pre-cut pattern that was not my size.
Oh no!
I didn't pay attention to the sizing. Cut it all out. Realised, oh, idiot! I haven't got time to come buy the fabric. I don't want to waste the fabric. So I put in, panels here.
That's amazing.
Just what the size.
Do you know, I actually thought it was a design feature that you
Good.
intentionally made, but there you go, guys, you know.
Yeah.
No sewing,
It's just
you can
one
always
long strip.
Uh-huh.
One long strip all the way around and back up the other side. You
Yeah.
can see.
Sorry, can I see? Just lift your arm up so that we can see.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's good.
See?
We're on-
You can always recover from any sewing mistake.
You can,
That's my
actually.
philosophy.
You can.
And you didn't put any shirring on this one, I noticed.
No,
Yeah.
no. I think it is quite tight fitting over the bust anyway. There's not loads of extra space, so I just, yeah.
Well, it's lovely. I love it. I'm going to have to make another everyday chic dress with some of these hacks.
Good.
Yeah. Wow, so Laura's actually got a little vintage sewing machine that actually sews.
Here, hang on. Oh, no.
Is it stuck?
Oh, my
It needs an
goodness.
oil bath.
It did actually, so maybe it just needs an oil. I've had it for...
I love vintage sewing machines. I've got quite a collection. Oh, wow, this is made in the USA. It's not often you find singers that are made in the USA, so that's pretty awesome. Ooh. So can we talk about this, Laura? This new sneak peek of the new sewing pattern?
Well, this is the Artista dress, and it's been in my head for a while, but I think it was prompted by the success of one of my quick makes patterns, which was called the Artist Smock, and it had this high neckline, and it's been so popular. People have so liked it that I thought there's definitely a dress. There's a dress in there.
Uh-huh.
So this, I've got the drawing of it here. You can kind of see the line drawing if you want to have a look at the. It's got the.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's got the trademark ginormous pockets. It's easy to wear, softly fitted, but not not tightly fitted.
Mm-hmm.
And a lovely soft folded neckline.
So you've got another version out here, which is so nice. I love how you've played with those brush stroke stripes.
Well, that's something I'm going to do on the pattern. I'm going to show the fabric layout like this, again, so that you're using the design of a directional fabric. So rather than, traditionally you would lay this out so that was going, and the stripe was that way. And
On the
all
straight
cut
grain,
the
yeah.
same way. But I am working on the layout at the moment to have this panel and this panel cut horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can imagine how that would work in a traditional stripe, or an African wax print would look,
That would be
one of those
amazing.
sweeping designs that, you get that nice crosshatch look. So yeah, that's just a design feature that I kind of came across as I was working with it, and I realised that you could do this nice right angle thing.
That's fantastic. I love it. Can you turn it around so we can see the back? Because it's got some funky detail at the back.
Yeah. Just a little pleat there.
A little pleat, and you also have a yoke. So you could also play around with the stripes on the back yoke as well, couldn't you?
I think this is supposed to be, but I ran out of fabric.
Uh-huh.
Because that was going to be a continuation of this across here.
Okay.
I ran out of fabric to do it that way, but it will be laid out like that on the pattern, I think.
Okay, so when can we expect this to come out?
I think, let's try and be realistic here. I think end of January.
End of January, so you got this to look forward to, guys.
It's being tested.
Uh-huh.
already.
I love this. Love it. I love that pom-pom trim. Okay, so these are your fabrics, aren't they?
They are.
Okay. Show us your favorite one, please.
Well, I think it's probably the botanical wreath, which I've got in two different colours. So I've got it in a dove grey and a charcoal grey. And these are based on some paintings that I did in the Birmingham Botanical Gardens quite a long time ago. You can probably see that they're succulents. They've got that succulent look about them. This one here is coffee rings, which I
love coffee,
yeah,
so
there we
I'm
go,
like
coffee
already
rings.
must get that.
This is called figs, and it's based on a whole series of paintings and drawings I did on holiday. I think it should be this way up really, based on figs. You can see I've mixed a couple of different imagery, different paintings together. I've got the blue one here which I've superimposed over the more naturalistic colours there. I've got a couple here which are much more abstract, pebbles. The yellow one is the one that's coming out. I do really like the green as well, but I think we'll just hold that for the next launch. And then this one here, scribble in sulphur yellow.
I quite like this. It's very zingy. So very, very. So these are linen cottons.
These are a cotton linen blend, especially for dressmaking. It has got a really nice sheen on it. It's just a little bit silkier and softer than you would expect a linen or a cotton to be. They're quite substantial, and you could actually use them for either quilting or for making cushions, interiors, as well as dressmaking. So
it's 70% cotton.
70% cotton and 30% linen.
Yeah. So exciting news coming in 2020. There's so different range of fabrics. What am I going to make with that? This is so beautiful. Thank you for having me over, Laura.
You're welcome. It's lovely to see you.
Likewise. Oh, and there's the Arista over there. Artista. Do you know, I keep on calling it Arista because I think of the Arista record label, but yeah, it's the Artista, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, it's an artist's dress. And it's beautiful. Coming your way in 2020. Really? Wow.
I've had it,
This is an actual working Bakelite phone. I remember these from when I was a kid.
Yep.
Awesome.
What about this? This is an original bush as well.
Oh, wow.
This is not actually working.
But it looks good.
I used to do a lot of styling for shops, textile shops. Room sets and things. So I did used to source lots of antiques.
Okay.
Look at this one here. Dyspepsia tablets for flatulence. That's nice, isn't it?
It is. What about the one underneath it? That looks so cute. So, nines, throat and lung pastilles.
And this one, I love this one.
That's lovely. What was in that one? Was that tea?
I don't know. It looks like tea, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Like a Darjeeling tea. I've just got back from Laura's studio, and it was fantastic. I had a great time. I'm super excited about getting the podcast out and doing all of that work. So yeah, I've got a few minutes before I have to go pick up the kids. So I'm going to get started on dinner. It's leek and tomato lentil soup today. So it's Instapot stuff. I picked up some Christmas socks today. I just thought how adorable these are because I don't actually have any Christmas socks. But now we've got some Christmas socks. So Christmas jumpers and Christmas socks sorted. Socks and Christmas socks. Yay! And the socks. Okay, so the Instant Pot is on saute. I'm just gonna put all of that. Okay, and you gotta saute it until these are nice and brown. Okay, and then the next thing is to add the tomatoes. Right. Boom. And we're also going to add some carrots. And about 400 mils of water. I am using celery salt. I've just discovered celery salt and I really like that. The other spice that I'm using is ground cumin because that gives it a nice warm flavor. And then I'll also have some paprika because that gives it a nice smoky flavor. A teaspoon of celery salt, half a teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin, and a half a teaspoon of paprika, and a half a cup of some lentils. Yeah, and then you just mix that in. Right, so got the lid on and just gonna put it onto soup, and that will start and that will go, and in about 20 minutes the soup will be ready. This is some of what my daughter has been drawing. Okay, so this is what it looks like after 20 minutes in the Instant Pot. And so the next thing is I'm just gonna blitz it with my hand blender. So I like to leave it a little bit lumpy so that it's got some texture to it. But yeah, that's it. I'm just going to get the bread and the cheese ready, and that will be dinner sorted.
That is rather. You'll be 1 year